Find at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. McDonald. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run on first down with Akers. That's strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. McDonald sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Here's McDonald to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Next.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Here's Hooker. He's got it to Williams. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go.
Hooker. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So that wipes away a big play on the penalty for illegal touching on the outside.
And that's one as a receiver where a lot of times you don't even realize that you've even done it. But just 1 foot goes over the chalk, and you're the first to touch it when you come back in. That's going to be a penalty.
Second and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. Open man right side is St. Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
18 Rattler.
Here's Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But the confidence of how he played the ball here, no panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is taken at about the 14. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing is McDonald. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, McDonald. He lost the football. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Akers. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On third down, McDonald. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
On first and bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Remember in preseason
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a third and about 13.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Reload. Alert. Bronco switch. Hey, smash. Let's go.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check that.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Completes this to Addison out left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Smash, smash. 70 Lions. Hey, smash, Bronco.
They go play action with McDonald. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Got it. Ready? Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Steady.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing. Hooker. Got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Roll, roll, roll.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. It's complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here we go.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Another run for Gibbs here. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Mustang 19.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Patterson's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Addison will go in motion left.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Play action. It's McDonald. That's out to the flat for Akers. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Buying time to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. McDonald sets to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Down at the 25.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. McDonald. Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Joseph's got it. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And his throw here is incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Hooker. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A give running right is Akers. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 1 now from the 21.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Go, Riggs. Go.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19. Hey, check that. Check.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Roll, roll, roll. Let's go.
Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the 2nd quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the 4th, you can't come away with nothing.
The kick by Joseph is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Off play action. Here's Hooker. They'll roll him out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now Hooker. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Ready? Steady.
The give right side for Gibbs.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ready.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Ready.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it. Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Addison hauls it in. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Here's McDonald to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Lions, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL